Hello, good day, and welcome to this section. For a while now, we've not had any section, and it's not been easy. Trying to do something extra while in ADX, or trying to do something with what you learn, trying to learn new technology framework actually, and understanding the technology upon which the framework was built. Amazing, and this is section 7. Very interesting. And so we are supposed to start um building some app to practice what we've learned, because I discovered that there's so much to learn, and talking about them, learning this, learning that, learning and not understanding what they do in real life is not, it doesn't make us appreciate it. I felt that we will appreciate it if we take up a project. And so yeah, we'll be building a project very soon, and we have plans to go live with the entire process, or most of the processes. Yeah, so that we will see how, when we hear promise, I think I wait, we can see where those things are used in real life, and and all of those things we've learned. If there's any place where we apply them, we'll apply them. I think it will be better that way. So today I'll just talk more about some few things that we are here to discuss. Of course, we can't discuss them all. And after today's section, we will move into building the project and getting into React proper, learning the framework. Okay, so as I'm presenting, if you have any question, you do what to ask, because at some point I'll be talking as though I'll be assuming that you've worked with some of these things. Okay, this is section 6. And I want to get this guy. I want to continue from this structuring that we did here, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to create section 7. So make direct to section 7. I'm going to copy that file, the structuring. To section 7. Am I doing copy? All right. So next I want to do is open section 7 with the VS Code. Oh, VS Code is already open. Okay, so I'll just fetch it from here. All right. I choose to begin from here because there was something that proved difficult that day. I didn't know exactly how to do it. I later learned how to do it. I've learned so much that the things I thought, those things I presented from section 1, if I do it again now, I will do it much more better than I did before. But the truth is that if I didn't do something with this small I knew, maybe I wouldn't have been able to come to this point where I feel like, wow, I can do better. Oh, I wish I have another chance of champion. But what I did is cool enough for a beginner, to learn and appreciate. So the last time I tried to, I tried to do all of this in one line, but it proved difficult. Let's run this code and see what it does first. I want to comment this whole thing out. Okay, I think this is what we want. The structure. Did you the structure an array? Oh, did not. Oh, all right. So this is what happened. We pick the book, name of the book. Things fall apart. The author, Abiodun Awan, and the year published 2000. And I did that in 2 lines. So let me try this in 1 line. Like I said, if you don't understand anything, kindly ask a question. Otherwise, I'll assume you're following. So I want to pick once more. What happened there was I was trying to pick this element from this um um object, this property. Now I was trying to pick its value. So when I did title and put this, I'm saying go to title, fetch um whatever the value of the title, and give it to a new variable named uh, book title, and that variable is a constant variable, right? And so for published, since I want the variable, the new it was something actually. It was something for published. I said go to publish, pick the content of publish, give it a new variable, a new constant variable named ye published. Now, if I wanted the name of the new variable to be the same as the property name of the property, I wouldn't be doing that. Would be only for this kind of this column here, just putting the name alone inside the um curly braces should work. All right, let's try that. So let me take this off. uh so let me take this off, and let me take this off so to avoid error, because we don't have this again now. We don't have author's name for now. Author name. Okay, maybe I should just use this. Year published, and this time I'm saying the name of the new variable that is being created should be the same with the name of the property. Let's see whether this will work. Okay, so this one was able to book title. This one intend to send them. I'm running the code again. Let me clear this place. All right, so it worked, right? Things fall apart is a title of the book, and then the year published is 2009, as you can see here. All right. Let's make progress. So I want to catch the other one now. I will catch a nested object, or nested property. What's the most accurate one? So why I need to do this, because that one now is name, right? So this is name. Um, okay, author. Sorry, author. So inside author, I want to catch the name of the author, right? This is enough, but let me save it as author name. Author name. Let me have it at this. So this should work. There should be a comma here. Okay. So with this now we now have three new variables going to take their values from the object book. Remember, book is the name of the object here. All right. Okay. Now let's roll. Let's see whether that works. I will. Let me use string literal. So console.log. Is it string literal now? Template. Template literal. This comma let's do this, and then this. So let me make it some sentence. Say the book, put this here, was authored by, let's have author name here, in the year Let me just put some quotation mark around it so that we'll be able to identify. Okay, I think we're good. So let me run this code now. I'm gonna clear this output. Run it. There's an error. There's an error. There's an error. There's an error. What could that be? What could that be? Am I missing something? Obviously, oh, this guy has been here, even marking. Expected what, comma? From here? No, don't expect comma. Don't you expect comma? Okay, so who has read this part? What am I missing? Could it be this? Okay, that was it. There was supposed to be a column here before this open curly brace to show that to access the nested property. Okay, so the book Things Fall Apart was authored by Abiodun Akpan in the year 2009. So it's working. This is the structuring for you. I don't remember doing the structuring for array. So let's go ahead. I don't know whether I did it or not. If I did it, please don't be bored. So let's just do the structuring for array. So if we have an array here, let's say an array. Why am I the only one talking in this call? Somebody give me an array. Array of what? I'm waiting to know.
Okay.
Yes, I want an array. Give just an array, the kind of array we should have.
Array of years.
Yes. Years of what? Years of birth or years of what?
Publishing, abi publishment or publication. Year of publication.
Obligations, okay. Uh, uh, doesn't make complete sense, but fine. Publication, okay. So what do you want in this array?
Okay, I said year of publication, sha. Different years: 2006, 2007, 1998, 1992.
May I put my on you? I don't know what you're saying. 2007. You have to include, right? So let me begin from 1983, 1999, and 2002, 2007, 2013, 20, 30. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We have an array that has 6 elements. That means from index 0 to 5. And let's try to structure this array. Now, if I want to have a copy of this array, okay, that will be spread operator. If I want to have, let's say, the first 2 elements saved in another variable, the structuring would do. So rather than doing something like declare another variable and say const first publication, yeah, first publication equals okay, year publication index 0. This should work, right? Let's see. So console.log first publication. Okay. Interesting. So let's run this code. So it says okay, I think I don't want this to print again. Where's that guy? I don't want this to run again. So we commented out. Okay, so 1983, we have it there. We have it there. So what will now happen if I come here, right, and say this first year of publication is now, let's say it wasn't a constant variable, it was a variable I could reassign value to. So let this, and then I now come here and say, and reassign the value. I say it's now 1990. So 1990. Okay. Now let's try to print out, not, I'm going to consider log, but not, I mean, watch this. I'm not going to print out this one again. Let me go and print out the other guy now. In fact, let me print out the initial array. The original or the parent array. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here. VS Code, is that how you behave? I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to comment this one off first. Let me take it step by step. Okay. And what's happening here? Okay, this is where. Okay, so let me run the code now. So this is the array first. This is the array. Right, itself, year of publication. And I think it should even be years of publication. Okay, it's fine. Year of publication. Years makes sense. Let's start making sense these days. So years. Is everything okay? Yeah. So this is this is the array. This is this guy now. This new variable. Okay. Now let's see what happened up to. Let's put that this guy. I want to print this guy again. So I'm running this. So I'm saying this guy. What's up? What's it saying? Public year application. Okay. Yes. That's here. Okay. Wow. I thought it was going to affect it actually. So it's fine. Fine. So we now have. I want to be sure that what we have here is not the same object as what we have here. Yeah, I want to be sure about that. And it worked. But then, what if I wanted to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in different variables? Different variables. So that's where the structuring comes in handy. So rather than doing what I did here, I will just go ahead and say, let's say, okay, let me comment it all off so that it will be there. I don't like um disturbing the code too much or altering it, so that you can find it this way if you care to look at it on Git. Play with the code. So here we go. So const, by the time I do something like this and say, okay, first publication, there's a second publication, second publication, third publication, okay. Let's say I wanted to get the first two, and then I say equals years of publication. If I do this, I am now referencing the elements at index 0, 1, and 2. I'm declaring three variables at once, and the three variables are going to take their values from the respective index position that they represent in this array of variables. Okay, so let's see now. For example, I'm going to console.log the year, the whole array, the original array, and then console.log one of these. Let's say third. So third position, third publication, rather. So if I run this, you just start here. This is the first. publication. This is the second. This is the third, and really our third publication is 2002. He took it. So unlike the structuring object, this one maintains order. So you can't put three variables here and have it go and take the, let's say, the last variable. You can't skip. But here you discover that in this object I could skip. Like I didn't have to follow some order. I mean, I skipped whether the book had cover, I skipped whether it had beautiful design, I skipped the pages, I skipped three informations, and I went to the book title. Where's the book title now? Yeah, book title. And then I went into a nested object and took the name of the author. I came out again and took the published. So you can't do that. You have to follow order. And the only way you can skip a particular index position is to do something like this. So let's say I don't want second position again. If I put this thing blank, it will still work. I will still catch the third position. Let me run the code again and see. So it ran, no error. So if I wanted to catch the fifth position, the fifth publication, I put comma here, put comma here. That comma, this space now represent the fourth one, showing that I'm skipping the fourth one. And then I come here and say, let's say fifth publication. Okay, this should work. So I'm going to clear this and run this code again. I'm still printing the third publication. Okay, let me print the fifth this time. Is it printing? Login. I'm still logging out of the console or at putting. All right, so that's it. So the fifth one now is this, right? This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I'm able to catch it using that skill there. So that's something worthy of note. I think I should talk about the spread operator and rest operator at once. Okay, I'll come back to that later because I will have to work with function. I mean, what's the difference between rest operator and spread operator? They look alike. They look like the same thing, but the way the name sounds, it implies that they are different. One has to do with functions. The other one has to do with array and object. Yeah, but it's the same. At the end of the day, it's the same. It's the same thing that looks like the use of variable functions in C or args and quags that you know in Python. Okay, that is if you know Python. If you don't know, don't worry, relax. Where are we going now? Let me talk about map filter. I said I was going to talk about that, right? I saw it somewhere. I know we are yet to talk about it. So let's talk about them and deal with them. I'm going to create a new file for that. Um, so I'll call this one. What do I call this one now? Array methods. I told you that they are very relevant in functional program. Is it okay? Do we use camel case in naming JS files, please? It looks strange. Someone talk to me now. Have they abandoned me here?
Yes, we do, sir.
The files.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Uh, good day. Good to see you. Okay. So you joined late. We are actually you may meet your mic, please. Or me if you want to talk again. We 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 are supposed to start building projects today, right? But then I didn't hear from you are part of the back front end team. I didn't hear from you, and it was sent some message earlier telling me her situation, like on this the circumstance surrounding what her day and what that she wouldn't be ready. So we are using this time to talk more about what we've learned. And I shouldn't be the only talker. You can inform me, okay? I came to learn as well. All right. So array methods, map.
Sorry, sir. Before you forge ahead,
Okay.
I actually wanted to work with someone. Probably we could have a Google Meet where we get to build the interface together with the person. Like I'm in cohort 14.
Okay.
right? Okay. So my skill is not as solid as expected. So that's why I suggested or requested that I work with someone. So probably myself and the person could have a Google Meet where we get to share ideas and all of that. Yeah, then build the interface together.
It's okay. But we're all learning, right? We're all learning, and uh, me that is newbie now. What do you want me to say? You that new JS very well. New, and then you
Ah,
that knows
not at all.
it will be superb.
Oh wow, that's good.
Senior front end developer.
Wow, that's great.
Hmm. Don't try how. All right, so you can do that. Learn some more, but then we will be coding live, so you need to be prepared. Okay, map, filter, reduce, find. Now these guys have some amazing. Let me. Da, 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 da. What do I do now? 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 What array can I use? What array? Let's say array of let me put some numbers. Let's say const um unit numbers. I mean unit what? Unit digits. Okay, let me call it digits. Unit digits is fine. Makes sense to me. I don't know how that sounds. Unit digits, and this is an array of numbers. So I'm taking every number that exists as a unit and in base 10. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's work on this array now. Fine. Um, I want to have someone instruct me. I'll be calm. Return an array that has even numbers from this number. Good. Return an array that has even numbers. Let me even declare one some more array. Um, Look at something complex. When you already let me know, so be prepared. Why I'm declaring another array. I want to declare an array of objects. So I'll call this one bam 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 bam. What should I call this one now? What should I call this one now? Mm. Okay, let's see workers. Employee. Yeah, employee. Employees. So um employee one. Mm, let me call it EMP1. EMP1 will now be an object that has a name. It should have salary. Let me say role. Yeah, and salary. Let's say married because I want to. I like using serial values. So I want to use Boolean value here. Here will be true of us. So here will be string. Let's say this one is Emeka. Emeka Paul. Um, his role. This one is the it's a front end developer. Developer. Please, if you're ready, just let me know you're ready. I want you to. I want also return an array that. Did I say even number or odd number? I don't remember now. Okay, let's use even numbers. Even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that are divided that can be divided by two without remainder, right? So we should have 2, 4, 6, 8. An array that will return this value from this one. I think you should go and declare a new array. So I'm waiting for a response. I don't know why this place is quiet. This place is so calm. Salary. Ready?
Okay. Okay, you have declared the array, right?
Yes.
So can we create a function now? That's for the even
Yeah,
number
yeah.
now.
I don't
Can
want
we?
a function.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No problem.
Okay, so I was looking at it this way. I was thinking we could create a function after which we use the the method, that's the filter, you get um to to um fish out the even numbers. Maybe
Okay,
I
I've
should
not
look for
started
a better
using
word for you to say.
filter yet. Without these functions, how would you have done it?
Without what?
Without these guys?
Okay, without the methods.
Yes.
Okay, let me think. Let me wrap my head around it.
All right. So I'll be waiting. Thank you. We are making progress. Salary. What's the salary of this man, Mecca? Let me use real names. I don't like this employees again. Programmer. Although I
Okay,
used to feel like I'm bigger than
can
programmer.
we Topman,
Yes, please.
can we do the array, that's the name of the array, divided by 2, that's the floor operator.
I'm coming.
Okay, because I think I understand how to deal with it best when I'm using the filter method, but all the same, let me.
Okay, so go ahead and use the filter method. No problem. Good.
Okay. No, now
Good.
let's. Okay,
I
but
was gonna
after
make
that, I
it.
think
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's do what you want.
okay, I shall know that the floor operator will always no, not the floor operator, sorry. The floor operator, that's the dollar, the percentage sign will always return. Okay, let me just use the function. Let's declare a function. Const. Let's call it count even numbers. I think that will make more sense.
Sorry, I've displayed the instructions more. Really?
Okay, so now the function should take in a parameter, and the parameter should be an array, like should be probably ARR, just for us to know it's an array.
What should I type here?
Open bracket ARR.
All right.
For
A
array,
big
yes.
woman.
Then we
Giving
could
us
leave
arrow
a
function.
space, because what we're doing is we're trying to use the void function. That's the arrow function, yeah.
Okay.
So let's have our arrow. Sorry, anonymous function. I said void. Sorry, anonymous function. So let's so probably in the next line we could have, yeah, on the next line we could have our parameter now. That's the ARR dot filter. Okay, I'm coming. Let me see. So let's have the name of the array inside of it, like unit digits. Okay, an arrow. Then, okay, the same unit digits. So can we have our modulus operator now? Okay, by 2. Then let's say the strict equality now, like equal, 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 0. So outside the bracket now could be just dot length, and then we close. So we
Like
could
this.
end our statement. Yes, end our statement. Yeah, I think this should work if we console log the count. Okay, the return even numbers. I think if we console log the return even numbers, it should work.
What am I doing? All right. Your program does recognize that there is what's this? There is a function called this, but the function is actually not doing anything. All right. Let's do this. I'll come back to that. Think. Think of a solution. You may meet now.
Okay.
Mm. So I'm trying to have an array. Okay, let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. So ordinarily, what you would have done is, I hope this works. At some point, you got complicated. You are getting close to it, but at some point, you got complicated. I was really expecting you to, uh, yeah, you complicated the matter at some point. I think so. Remember me. So let me have this as a comment. Mm. Just for you to see, or should I take it? So that you see in case you want to add something. I mean, there's something you can do to listen to make it work. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. I think what I did was, what I was supposed to do was, or better still, I think I wasn't considering the fact that the array had been declared. So I was looking at it from the angle of, at the end, at the cost of, when we do the console log, we call the function and then we pass in value.
Mm.
Yeah, but all the same, just proceed. Let's see.
Okay. Okay. So normally, to return an array with this guy, I need to declare the array here, right? So let's say constant variable, um, even numbers. Okay. So even numbers should be an empty array for now. This will do here, and then I come here and say, I need to look through these arrays, right? So for let I for index equals 0, I less than, of course I need to reference that array. What's the array again? Unit digits. Unit digits has to be less than the length, and then I say I plus plus. Okay, so what do I want you to do? I want to have an if statement here. If I modulo 2 is strictly equal to 0. Do this for me. Even numbers, I mean append it to even numbers. So even numbers dot append. Is it no push? Don't miss Python on this. Is it push? Yeah, it should be push. Python programmer. Push I. That means I'm saying here that if I mean this is an empty array. Now let's have a variable I that is equal to 0 that will loop through this guy that will keep um um what do I do? No. If
I think you're incrementing for I equals 0, I less than or equal to digit. Now, what you're doing, I think, is in line 7 is you're saying that you have
let's see.
initialized your counter to be 0, right? You have initialized your counter to be 0, and then you're
Yes.
saying that that counter should be iterated, like it should be increased by 1.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think in line 8, what you're doing is each time it is increased by 1, you divide the value you get by 2, and if it's equal to 0, probably you push it to um how do I
You
explain
add
this?
it.
Yes, you thank you very much. You add it up to
But it's not really add anyway. It's like you append because you're not doing some arithmetics. You're adding it to the array. You're appending
yeah,
it. You're
but
pushing it.
I think append and add are synonyms, because you
Append and
could look
add.
at that as a way
Okay.
of topping up, and you could look at it as a way of, I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's see whether this works now. So after this, I want to now construct log to see what even numbers look like. Whether we've succeeded in returning an array that has even numbers. So let's console log even numbers and see what we have. So I'm running the code. So it worked. We had 0, 4, 6, 8. So 0 is an even number. That's interesting. So 0 over 2 is equal to 0. So I
Yeah.
mean the remainder. Okay, interesting. All right. So this works, right? So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many lines of code here that I did? I mean, there could be one line of code using these interesting methods up here. You know, um, what does the map method do again? Map method picks an array, makes some changes to it, and return the new array. You know, filter method just filters as it is. It filters. This one actually reduces, but how? How? What I know about it is that it's aggregates values. It can add values together and return it as a single value. And this one actually, what does it do? I think it returns the first occurrence of an element. For example, if you have two twice here, and we ask you to use this find, it will find the first two. Yeah, just like find in Python. Don't mind me. Okay. So that works, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, you don't want to write 7 lines of code for something that one line of code can do. No, you don't want to do that. So let's try whether we can do this another way. Okay. Another way we would have been able to do is with the for each loop. The for each loop, you know. But sorry, what am I doing? So if I say what's that kind called? Um unit digits dot for each, right? And of course I have to also have the empty array declared into which I'm going to append the values, the new values that I get, you know. But then this is just like doing the same thing I did here, but then the syntax tend to be a bit shorter, right? Shorter than the other one. But then I also don't want to do this, so let me comment it off. So here we go. Let's now play with the map function, the map method, rather. So if I say unit digits dot map, now this function takes as an argument a function, right? It takes a function as an argument, and this is where we cannot ignore working with um arrow functions. Is something that is necessary in You should know, or it's necessary you know it, or we know it's necessary we know it. Yeah. So I've covered it in some previous videos. So if you're watching this right now and it looks like magic, maybe you should take out section. I don't remember the particular section. I covered that. Follow the series so you don't get confused. So I'm saying take as an argument each digit, hmm and return for me. Uh, I hope I'm not mistaken. Return for me digit. Yeah, digit modulo. No, no, no. What am I doing? Digit modulo 2 equals 0. Okay. Now, what will happen is that this guy will iterate. Let me even run this to be sure that I'm correct first. If I run this and there's no error, then I'll put my console.log. Whoa. There's no error. This one is the first one printing, okay? So I'm going to go and comment it off. So, no, let me leave it that way. So we should have two. We should have it two if it's working. So let me add my console.log here. And if it works, I will explain what I really did there. So console.log, put the bracket here, put another one by the end here. All right, so let's see now. I'm going to clear this output to avoid confusion. I'm going to run the code. This is not what I want. True, false, true, false, true, false. Okay, it's like I'm asking for a bevel. What am I not getting right? Yeah, the thing is working, but this is not what I want. I want to return the array. It's telling us that 0 is even, an even number.
See if
The other
it's
one is not.
for the data type.
Come again.
I say basically check for the data type.
Data type.
Okay, no, it checks if it's an even number and then it returns Boolean value.
Value,
Like
yes.
yeah.
But that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Okay, so let me use two. Let me use two of the function. So let me filter. I think I should not filter it and then give it the map to bring it out. Oh wait, what map even do for us here? It should be filter. It should be filter. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Uh, so let's say go to the array, get each digit and filter out the ones that um, satisfy this condition. Okay, so let's see now how this works. Wow, so you're here using the wrong method. Okay, so filter did it. Filter did it. What filter does is it will loop through the. It's designed to loop through each member of the array, and when it gets to the first one, it will apply this your function on it. So when it got to index 0, yeah, it applied the function to check whether 0 modulo 2 is 0, and it was true. So it filtered it out. It made a new array of of the values that satisfy this condition. So it went to index 1, it saw 1 there, and 1 did not satisfy the condition, so one was left out. So that's it for you. That's a filter. Okay, we use filter. So let me go ahead and now work on this. So at the end of the day, this thing I did here, you can imagine that the same thing I did with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of code. I'm doing it with one line of code. One line of code. So I could just save this in a variable just to just output const and save it in the variable if I want to. So let me finish with this. Let's not use it on an object. Of course, there are array methods. Okay, so if you're working on object, this object has to be um it has to be an array of objects. And so salary of this one is $3,000. This one is married. In fact, okay, come on here, come on here. And you pull it again. We are good, right? So let me put one. No, and paste it here. Oh, paste them here, rather. I will change this one to Gloria. Gloria who? Okay. Gloria is a DevOps engineer. Yaris Ebube, she's not here again. DevOps engineer. And your salary is, what's your salary now?
Can we
$5,000.
do can we do 6 digits?
Excuse me. Okay, so 55, $550,000. Okay. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Um, all right. Married. Um,
Should be probably marital status.
I want to use a bullet value. That's why.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I'll say marital status and say single. So this will be programmer two, second programmer, not programmer one. Let me have um two more. So this will be programmer three. This one should be who now? Um, Gold Kid. Gold Kid is a back end developer. Yeah, back end developer, and Gold Kid earns $30,000. Wow, is it that front end developers are not well paid in this area? Good kid is married. Hmm. So one more, our carpenter. Carpenter John. Okay. Let me even add more. Let me add kids. Okay. For time's sake, time is running. This would do. Um. Okay. So salary, Carpenter John's salary is Capital is another front end developer, and this one is a bit higher, $5,000. And Capital John is not married. These are just example. In real life, you're working with larger, some large data. You so understanding how to do the simple ones gives you understanding of how to handle the larger ones, of course. And so we are good. We are good. Now, uh, let's play with these methods. Let's play with these methods. So we want to only print the name of these developers. Now, if I were to go the regular way, I'm gonna have it as this. I'll say um so return an array of the names of these guys, of these programmers. I will say something like this: const um programmers, or programmer's name, programmer name, and I will say it is an empty list. I mean, just the same approach I have there. Do I need to go over? Okay, let me just do it. So I'll now say for
can you comment all of those even number codes?
uh They don't mean any harm now, do they?
It does, but it means what the
Okay,
way I okay. Yeah.
I will do that. Okay, even numbers. So, all right, great. Const programmer name. I'll say for I, let for I equal 0. Uh, let I equal 0. So long as I is less than um programmer length, um, then increment I, and each time you do this is what I want you to accomplish. I want you to get for us um um bam 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 bam. Should I consider log here? I can use console.log. No, I want to return an array. Okay, so I want you to append um to this. No, to programmer name, rather. Programmer name. Append to this array. Push uh what now? Push programmer dot name. Programmer dot name to the array, and this will do. Before I run this, let's try to um see what programmer dot name would have printed. So console.log. What it would have logged out to the output. Console.log programmer. Let's say programmer. No. I think I'm making it programmer I the name. So programmer I. Let's assume that the I is 0. When I is 0 now, programmer 0. Um, nice reaction. Programmer 0 will be the first programmer, right? The one at index 0. So programmer 0 dot name. We are expecting it to be, what was that guy again? Emeka Paul. And so let's see if this works well. I run the code and we have a Emeka Paul. I thought I could do this. We have an Emeka Paul on the output on the console. Okay. Now we know what that does, right? So let me comment this off and uncomment all of this. And so we want to return an array with all of these names. And so this time I will say console.log the new array that's been formed, which is programmer name. Yeah, programmer name. Okay, run. So we now have a new array that has only the names of these programmers. So this is should I say, a primitive way of doing it. I mean, because this guy came to make things easier. This guy is here up there. This map, filter, reduce, find. They came to make this work easier, more efficient. You save space, you save time. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of code plus the space, 6 lines. Let's try to see whether we can achieve the same thing in one line using one of these guys. So will it be fit? No, it won't be fit at this time because we're not featuring anything. I think it should be map. So we are going to, let me console.log at once. Console.log. So just so we should see the changes. What's that guy now? Programmer dot map. And the argument that the method we take is a function, and I want to take, and I want to give it, you can call it anything. Now I'll call it name, but you can call it anything. But for, oh, name is deprecated again. But for, let's say programmer's name. Yeah, programmer name. This it's not available outside. Okay, guys, we can call this anything. Just know that we can call it anything, but call it something that makes sense. So let me call it a worker, just to show you that we can call it anything. It's a function now, no more argument. Okay, so what I want to return is just worker dot name. This should work. So I expect to see two of these. One being produced by those 6 lines of codes, and then one being produced by the single line of code. Will this work? Is this okay? Fingers crossed. Let's run it. Okay, so it worked. It worked. So these guys in functional programming, they make things easier. They make efficiency achieved, right? Mm-hmm. Let us make progress. Which one have we not used? Now, I intentionally did what I did here so that we'll be forced to use. I think with this we can use all the functions. Okay, to use find, let me now put good key twice. No, let me put two persons with the same surname so that I can use find to find the first person that has a surname. So let's have a let's have Topman here. I don't know how people will be having the same surname and they are not siblings and they're not married. How?
Siblings in Christ.
Okay, you pay. I'm not showing you my surname like that, free of charge. You pay. Uh, or maybe I should have another siblings in Christ here. So we report the actually I have a younger I have a younger brother with that name. It's fine. So everybody is a all I use now is a UI UX designer, and she's paid. I don't know the digits now. It will fight me on. Let's make it $750,000. What a word! What a word! So we have only two married persons here.
Horses.
What did they say?
I say if wishes were horses.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, good. So this will help us use the find method to see how it works. No, excuse me, please. That's interesting. Yeah. Let me connect my system to the power source. I don't know the battery level now, and in Nigeria we shout when we see power.
I can relate.
All right. Before I get embarrassed here, we can't control it. We don't know when it will come next. All right. So now let's go and find out. Let's return only the names of those who are married. Okay, let me run this code again. I should have more. I should have it updated now since there's one more member. So run. So we have. Excuse me. How you doing? Okay, it's working. It's working well. It's working well. It couldn't contain the one line could not contain it again. That's why it's running like this. So this is an array of. I was thinking whether my array changed. This is an array of the names of the workers, the programmers they are employed in this particular company. So the both functions are doing the same thing. A single line is doing it. Yeah, 6 lines are doing it. Now let's comment this part of the code and go and do something more. Let me give this one to this. It's now a 5 line code. Okay. So I think I should be putting some comments here like using map. I think I'll do that one later when I push the git to make it clearer so someone can enjoy himself or herself, understand the codes when you look through them, especially if the person sees this video. All right. Next now to do is let's get the names of the married ones, only the married ones. Let's know which one is married. Which one is married? This is where filter comes in. We've used filter before, right? I think should we use it again?
Doesn't matter.
It's okay. Okay, so I'll just instead of going to do that the native way, I'll just go straight to using the filter function. So I'll come here and say console.log, saying return for me an array, this from this array programmers. Um, what I want to do is first of all filter. Okay, filter take a, an argument programmer. What you should do for me is get the ones that are married, if married. Start. How do I do it? How do I implement that? Programmer was married. I'm not sure. And I'm thinking, will this work? Is that error here? It wants me to put this in brackets, probably. Oh no, there's an error somewhere. It's underlined. Mm, Programmer married. Would this do? Okay, let's see what I should do first. Let's see that this is okay. I feel like something is wrong. I'm going to run this. Of course, I expect that something is wrong. Married is not defined. Okay. Oh. That's not a good reference to it. Okay, I think this is a better.
Exactly.
So, let me clear this here, please. All right. So it's doing it right. It's filtered. Yes, it has filtered too. But now we want the mic that is telling me mute. Mute your mic, please. Okay. So the filter is working right, but now I want to get the names. Don't want all these things, right? You're not asking for all the data. So what do? We immediately follow it with the map function, and of course the map function will have exactly what we have here. Yeah, dot map whatever. Okay, so I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. This time I don't want to use worker again. Let me use something so I don't confuse anybody. So I'll say map the programmer. What I want you to return is just the name of the programmer. All right, so take this off. So this should work for us now. So what's up? What went wrong? It took unusual. It was unusually slow. Okay, so we now have we are seeing the people that are married. Paul is married. Good Kid is married. So map and filter functions and how they work has been demonstrated so far. So what I did here was to um, um, get the okay, return an array. I returned an array of the married programmers. Okay. Next, let's try to use you find. All right, so now we have two Paul-Dikes in this array. We want to find the first one, and that's quite simple. So you can do it on your own. Try to do it on your own. Find out how it works. Let's see how the reduce function works. This find is quite simple. Just to make sure the syntax is correct. So reduce is a bit complex, but it's fine. So let's reduce all the salary into one. Okay, let's make all the salary be one. And to make it easier to calculate, let's reduce the number of salaries so we can calculate it. Let's say this one has $1,000 as salary, and this one has $3,000 salary. This one has $2,000 salary, and then this one has, how many do we have here now? 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 7, plus 3 again, plus 2, 5. So this will be 9. Let's take again. 1, 3, that's 4, plus 2, 6, plus 3, 9. 9. Calm down. So this should be $10,500 for everyone. 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5. 10, so we want to use the reduce auto salary to a single number. So that's what reduce does, right? Yeah. So the fit and returns an array. The map returns an array. Reduce returns a single value. The way I know it, and then find as well returns a single value. Satisfy the condition of interest. Okay. You just say condition of interest, condition stated. So let's now apply the reduce method. So programmer dot reduce. So the reduce method compare the two values each time. Come on, leave this place. It compares the two values at two indexes. In fact, it compares two values per time, and then it does what you say you should do to them. Right? It does. In this case, I want to add them. So let's call this one previous value. Or let me call this one the sum, and then the next. I'll tell you why I call it that way. So it takes two arguments. The function that is the argument passed to reduce takes two arguments. So the arrow function, I want it to add sum and next. Am I correct? Is this correct? Add this and then I want to give it a second argument, which is this. So the function is the first argument. 0 is the next. The function is the first argument. This function, arrow function, is the first argument. 0 is the second argument. I'll tell you why if this works. So let's see whether this will work. Programmer does reduce sum next. Okay, would this work? I'm not applying this to the entire object. I want only the salary. So should I also, if I go programmer.salary, the salary, let's reduce. Should this work? Looks like it will work. Let me now add console.log. In fact, let me be sure that there's no error. There are errors actually. Cannot read salary, programmer.salary that reduce. Okay, let's do it like this. Programmer salary that reduce. See what happens. ST error. Salary is not defined. Okay. Okay, so my function needs to be okay. Let's come here. This. What am I not remembering? How do I reference? Should I use Okay, I think I should use theta first. I don't know whether this is an efficient way of doing it, but I think I should use theta first to get the salaries out. So I'll say it takes program as argument, and no, not theta, na map. It takes program as argument and returns programmer dot salary. They should work, I guess. Then after doing that, it passes it to the reduce function, which we now do this to it. Will this work? Let's see whether there's any error. Okay, no more errors. Okay, so let me now add console.log to see what is happening there. That's what console.log does for us, just to show us what is happening. So okay, let's go see. So $10,500. Now this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. Maybe I should do that manually. I should do that the other way. I'm calling it manually. The other way I would have done it. The other way I would have done it is to do for, let's say, I will declare sum here, a variable const. No, let, because it has to be, the value will change. Let equals 0, right? And then I'll come here and say for I don't know, I'm tired of using I. For Z equals, for let Z equals 0. Let Z equals 0. So long as it is lesser than the length of the array of those objects, keep incrementing it. And as you do, what you should do for me is add together each time you do that incrementation or incrementing. What you should do is the new value of sum should have the value of programmer Z, because Z is the iteration now. Programmer Z dot salary. Okay, is this it? Yeah, and then that's it. I'll come here and say console.log what now? Sum. So if this works, we should see this guy printed twice. One being done by this line, the other one being done by this line. Let's see. I'm clearing this. Oh, an error somewhere. Oh. console.log. No one corrected that. Everyone just quiet. Only me. I'm talking alone. Okay, this guy is not happy right now. Okay, it's working. It worked, right? It worked. So 10,500, 10,500. Now this thing we do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of code. Is what something we did with one line of code. Now what happened here was this. By now you know what map does, right? Map alters, causes some changes to an array and return the array that has that the change implemented in it. So map went into programmer and got only salary, right? It got salary. It's different from filtering. Filter will get particular members of that array at any particular index that satisfies a particular condition. But map will attend to every single member of the array, looking for something or doing something to each of them. So map, when iterated throughout the array, talking about this array of objects that we have here, programmer, and what map did was to fetch only programmer dot salary. So it's something likened to filtering, but it's not filtering the members. It's just filtering, getting some part, something out of the members. So you got the salary, and I then pass it to reduce. And what reduce takes two functions. when I was reading it, I saw this one as previous and this one as next, but I refused to take it as previous because I mean it's like in the what I did here. That's how I understand it. So yeah, it has to start from somewhere first. It has to start from somewhere first, and then it now keep iterating through the objects and through the objects. So I don't think previous is the accurate name for this place because this thing I declare here, the second argument of reduce, the second argument, this thing has the value of 0 at this point because it will compare 0 and yeah, we'll have 2,500. It will not just start from 2005. It will compare something and 2005. So if I had given this guy, so if I had given this guy the value of let's say 10, if I run this code again, see what happens. And this is now $10,510. Now this something similar will happen if I give this guy 10 here. Let me clear this and run it again. Look at it. So I think this guy is doing the work of this guy. So I don't agree that it's right to now call this guy previous. That was how I saw it when I was reading it, but as I was practicing and working with it, I discovered that this guy is really doing this work. Because if it's not there, I mean, you can how do you put these numbers together? How do you put all these numbers together? It has to be entering.
So can we call it initial?
Yes, I dare to call it initial. Until I if I learn that is not so, I will stop. Come on, don't do that. I know you just want to embarrass me. Since from when they supply that power till now, it has failed like 3 times, but it's back now anyway. No, I'm not trying to embarrass my country. I'm saying that we are making progress, and just a technical fault. I'll write a program that will make it not happen again. Amen. So, so that's it. That's it for me. That's how I believe. That's what I believe it's doing. So I mean, it's comparing two. I know, but it has to have 0 first to now compare 0 and this one, and not do what we say we should do. You should do to it. And here I say you should add it, and I think that's making me think that reduce is reduce might not be all about adding. Anyway, that's by the way. I've not thought. I know if I think about it, I may find out. I'll be just to find out something more I could do with reduce, because I'm the one asking it to add here. I'm the one asking it to add here. So you look at 0 sum and compare sum and this. It doesn't just go to index 0 and start comparing index 0 and index 1. It compares it with something. Okay, let's see now. Let me try this and see. I will admit that I'm wrong if I take this off and it works. I may suspect that I'm wrong. Right? So let's turn this back to 0 and see whether we have 2,500 and 10,500. $10,510 printed twice again. Yay! It worked. Oh, yay! That's interesting. One time I experienced it not working. Oh, so that means yay! That means you can both conditions are true, right? Then we can also say this is previous and this is no. I still don't agree. That means the second. It might mean that the second parameter has a default value of 0. I'm the only one talking. I'm the only one arguing, competing with myself. So it's working without it. So I think that means that there's a default value of 0 here. Because it has to compare something with the one with the one at index 0.
That there's a default value. I'm seeing it that you have already initialized it at the beginning of your program.
Yeah.
This has been initialized. Like, yes, you can see it. Let sum equal to 0.
No.
Okay, yeah. No.
Because it's 65 and it's not var. Even if it's var, it will have its value. It will be undefined up there if it was wasted. So that's how I see it. The default value there as running. So that value now will now compare 0 plus 2,500 will be 0. Then 2,500 plus this, it will keep aggregating. Is this, and then this one is this, and then this one is this. So that's what is happening here. It comes, it says sum is 0 at first. The next is 25 at, and then it adds it, and sum becomes 25, and the next is what now? The next is 2,000, and then it adds 2,000 to sum, and sum becomes $4,500, and then that way. So I think I've done the find. Okay, find is the assignment. Is the find out how it works. Some more things that I may like to talk about. Time is fast spent. Is the spread operator. You see why I say we should start building projects? There's so much to talk about that. I'm wondering whether I can talk about them. I mean, it's such that requires one to just do a carefully recorded and edited video, and put it out. That's the way I can cover all of those stuff. If it's in the live session like this, where we're talking about discussing them and do some demo, and if you see I come blank, I don't come with any premeditated example. So I don't come, I just come and start doing the thing live. So if you do it like this, then we need to be having 5 to 6 hours section to be able to cover all of these things. So then I discovered that sometimes when I say, okay, go and read about this, some people don't actually. I don't know where they used to run out of inspiration. I don't know. I don't know. And our time is almost up. We're supposed to stop in the next 3 minutes or so. And I still have several things to talk about. I mean, um, let me go do some more. I wanted to talk about the spread operator and um, rest operator. Mm. And then I want to talk about ternary operator. Be inspired to look at these things. They are not hard per se. If they look hard, they're not very hard. They may look hard, but they're not hard. They're not hard. Then there's something called objects. I talked about. I was going to talk about it. I mean, I thought it was important to talk about it. Object property shorthand. hmm Yeah, there's also object freeze. Yeah, object freeze. What object freeze does is sorry, object dot freeze or that, because the method is freeze. So what this guy does is when you have a method, sorry, an object like this, even if an object is usually const, I mean, I can't imagine an object being let. This is an object const. You can actually change these values that are inside here. You can change the values that are inside here, the values of properties, and despite the fact that it's a constant, what now? Object, constant variable. Yeah, but then if you use the object freeze, if you use that object dot freeze, if you use the freeze method, you've frozen it. Nothing can be changed. Nothing can be altered inside it again. And then there's this guy called use strict. This guy checks. It's used to, so I don't make it ensures don't make the mistake of having an uninitialized variable in your program that is probably not needed, or you thought it was going to be needed and you didn't use it later. Yeah, it checks for those errors. There's a try catch. Just try these things. Enjoy yourself. Just try a few of them. Be inspired. Be inspired to try a few of them. Read a few. Try catch works like if else. You know. Try catch like, okay, works like, I best I do this now, and this is fine. So works like if else. They are part of the control structures. Okay, we talked about them earlier, right? Control structures. You used to check, place your check, and then which one again? There is input and export. You may encounter this while working with working on a real project. That's why I say we are going to work on a real project. So let's see how many of these things we can implement in this project. building a project from front end to the back end. I mean, from start to finish, a web app. And what else do I remember? What else? So ternary operator also is a control structure, right? Yeah, it's like it makes you have if a statement on one line, on same line, right? A single line. What you would have done if this is this else to this, you just be using uh, um let me see, using um column and question mark, uh, rather than if s. That's what it does. Okay. What else do you remember? Closures. Wow. There's still so much to talk about. Man. No, we've got to move with speed. Promises. I believe while we're building the app, we'll make use of promises. We'll now get to know what async and await is about. You know, the time is short. I would have just time is short. Even if I say let me just talk briefly on this thing before you know it, hey, I may want to show practically what how it's being used, and then before you know it, okay, I'll just stop here. Just stop here. The next thing you'll be seeing, the next thing you might be seeing is that we might start working on an app, which might not be very useful, but the purpose of the app is for us to learn how to develop um, web app from start to finish, and we have to apply this JS that you're learning in the front end and in the back end as well. Yeah, we're going to use JavaScript in the back end as well. Um, yeah, okay, that's my intention. Except the team members said that they want something else, then we'll now use JavaScript just for interactivity. And for the front end, we can make it simple. We can work without using framework. But then after the project, uh, yeah, I hope that everyone will really work to make sure we achieve this, because it's not my thing now, it's our thing. Remember, we're learning together, right? After the project, we will now go ahead into and then they react. I mean, we say 2 months, and this is we have 4 weeks remaining. 4 weeks remaining. Wow, we've gone this far in 4 weeks. Wow, amazing, amazing. 4 weeks remaining. And then what? So after the, if we are able to tackle our project in 1 week, then we'll have 3 weeks left to jump into React and do things with it, and keep pushing some portfolio projects into our GitHub and keep learning. Yes, if you don't do that one, even though that one is not efficient enough, do it. I tell you, like I said, if I take those classes I take before, I will teach them better now. But if I didn't teach that small one that's not looking like that's not the best of me now. If I didn't, it was the best of me then. If I didn't do it, I probably wouldn't have gotten here. Yes. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like the color of my VS Code now. I saw somebody's phone. Like, bye bye.